It's no secret that there's a lot to do in the latest update to Animal Crossing New Horizons. From new islands to explore to customizable furniture, Nintendo has shown off a lot of what's in New Horizons 2.0. But there's a ton of content and gameplay changes that they kept quiet about too. Here are 20 things that Animal Crossing's 2.0 update doesn't tell you. First up, one of our favourite new things. You can now store DIY recipes in your storage. Yes, that's right, no more filling up your basement with duplicate DIY recipes you've been planning on giving to visitors. When you're in your house, simply click on a DIY recipe in your inventory and then select Put in Storage. You can also do the same at your storage sheds, though to unlock them you'll need to upgrade your house storage to the max. We've known cooking was coming to New Horizons for a while, but you might be missing some important info when it comes to what to cook. You can find culinary recipes all over the place. Bottle messages can now contain cooking recipes in addition to DIY blueprints, including ones on both your home island and the new kapp'n islands. You can also learn new recipes if you visit a villager while they're cooking, and you'll be equally inspired whenever you catch certain fish. So be sure to go back and catch fish you've already caught if you want to fill out your recipe book. The photo app now comes with 4 new filters: painting, retro TV, security camera, and fisheye. This brings the total number of photo app filters up to 11. User-made custom designs can now be added to the floors and walls, so you're free to cover the inside of your houses in whatever crazy wallpaper you can come up with. When in room decorating mode, the right stick now behaves a bit differently when scrolling through walls and floors. Once you click in on the right stick, it'll now jump you between the custom designs icon, normal flooring, and the special flooring that you can get from Sahara. You can, of course, still scroll through the list normally with the D-pad if you prefer. Additionally, you can now see how much space a rug is going to take up in a room. It's a relatively minor inclusion, but one that the hardcore decorators among us will surely appreciate. When you finish a wing of the museum, like bugs or sea creatures, you get a poster from Blathers, and you can buy more of them for 5,000 bells each. You can purchase the Nook Tips app on your Nook phone for 400 Nook Miles, which will unlock a handy compendium of tutorials that you can refer to if you ever need a refresher on how a mechanic works. The only downside is that in order for them to show up in the Island Life 101 app on your Nook phone, you have to see them pop up during a loading screen first. So visit a lot of friends' islands, I guess, if you want to fill out that Island Life 101 app. As with most of the major New Horizons updates, there are new milestone cards and Miles Plus tasks to unlock when digging into the new content. You can earn them for having a cup of coffee at Brewster's, planting produce seeds, even doing the new group stretching activity. Speaking of, in addition to earning extra Nook Miles for doing group yoga, you can also get cosmetic rewards. On the morning after our 3rd stretching session, we got this rather spiffy Nook leotard. It's worth noting that you can stretch in single or multiplayer, but visiting friends can join in the group stretching only if they are labelled as best friends, and the resident of the island needs to be the one to begin the activity. Cyrus can customize so many leaf items, including stuff you'd normally have to use a kit for. It still costs the same bells, but may be more convenient for players who don't want to deal with the hassle of customization kits. Cyrus also has some exclusive weathered textures, like the mossy look for the creepy skeleton above. These textures are impossible to get when you buy an item from Nook's Cranny, so if you're looking for that "I left it outside for a month" look, try giving it to Cyrus and see what he can do for you. Isabelle will now announce when you have a plaza visitor, like Sahara or Leaf. It's a handy reminder to find them on your island and pay them a visit before you sell your bugs or fish for less at Nook's Cranny. Speaking of visitors, while visiting friends won't be able to access the resident storage locker, they can make use of the automated bell dispenser on each other's island. This is good because you may want to have some extra bells on hand if you decide to go for coffee together. If your group is going to barge into the roost like the cast of a late 90s sitcom, you'll need to all sit at the same table if you want to be served coffee at Brewster's. The final player to sit down determines how the check is paid, meaning at least you won't have to spend 20 minutes arguing over how to split the bill. The decider can choose to pay it in full themselves or divide it up between everyone. In addition to their usual services, Leaf will now sell starts for the new produce items, including tomatoes, sugarcane, wheat, carrots, potatoes, and even pumpkin starts, which means you no longer have to wait around until October in order to get some. Neighbours can invite you into their homes if you speak to them while they're walking outside with a little white thought bubble over their head. If you say yes, you'll go to their house and can chat with them. They'll tell you that if you want to take something of theirs, you can. You can only take what's available in their house at the time. Some items like beds or crafting tables aren't up for grabs, but this is a good way to remove an item that maybe you gave to a neighbor by mistake, or that you just don't like seeing whenever you pay them a visit. Say, like this jester's hat that a friend of mine gave to Moose as an insult. I'm not sure Moose got the message. On your way out, it's possible that they'll gift you one of their favorite KK Slider songs too. After Red sets up shop in Harv's Plaza, you can pay 500 bells to buy a raffle ticket. Just interact with the box directly next to him. There are over 24 items you can win, and you can buy as many tickets as you want. Most seem to be handheld items you can carry with you, like fans, canned drinks, or magazines. And finally, you can now press A to clap during KK songs. Yeah, we know it's not a huge thing, but he's so good, he definitely deserves the applause. While there's plenty more to discover in the latest update to New Horizons, we thought those were the most important ones to tip you off to. For more, check out our full New Horizons and Happy Home Paradise guide on IGN.com. Or, if you haven't been a die-hard fan over the last year or so, check out our tips for getting back into it after some time away. For all your other Nintendo needs, you're already in the right place. IGN.